And
Which is appropriate.
it is appropriate. And best friend Ryan.
Hello, everybody.
And we have something special tonight for the sex episode. We have 3 beautiful guests.
Are they women?
They are. We're nerdy, but we have hot women.
We got girls, Ryan.
That's the one thing I always tell people. Always go for the nerds. We do just shows like this. We're very loyal.
Nerds got big dicks.
Yes. No. Well.
I don't
Yeah. But we have Brother Brandon's wife, Shariah.
I'm married.
Sister Shariah.
Sister Shariah.
Sister Shariah.
Sister Shariah.
Second cousin.
Yeah. And then we have best friend Ryan's wife. Nothing that we. Right, what would it be for Elise?
Best friend Elise. Wouldn't it still be best friend Elise?
Best friend Elise.
Hello.
And of course we have my wife over here, Gina.
Yes. Hi.
There we go. My wife Gina.
Very reluctantly.
Now we want to make this clear before we start the show. And yes, I'm a terrible, terrible parent. I'm blaming myself, not my wife, for this. So please don't parent shame her. You can parent shame me all you want. But our 1-year-old is here. We're all together right now. We're all together around a kitchen table, drinking, having a good time, spending time with each other. And our 1-year-old is here. So if you hear Goo Goo Gaga, yeah, that's
Keep
just.
them young.
She is throwing the Pyrex glass lids around. That is the thuds you're hearing.
Oh, and she's got a hold of a set of knives up here.
Is that our flamethrower?
And a
Why you lock
chainsaw.
that up?
Run, no.
Oh, now she's got the Jim Beam.
So tonight, if you download this episode and you're listening, we're going to talk about sex.
The sexy sex?
The sexy sex. Not really our first sexual experiences, but our first encounters with it, where we realize, oh, women are cute. Or for the ladies, oh, boys are really
or
cute.
to stay
Or-
relevant.
Yeah, if
There
the
we
girl, if Elise, if you want to talk about how girls are cute too, that's perfectly all right.
Yeah. And
I
of
know-
course,
I know
if anybody else
Shariah-
want to talk about how they, kiss each other, smell each other's hair.
Well, Shariah's really into the
Like
boobs.
sleepover
yeah.
stories. If you have any.
Oh,
like,
yes. If you girls have sleepover
pillow
stories,
fight.
that'll be wonderful.
The pillows that, just miraculously burst apart and the feathers all stick to your hot naked bodies.
That's exactly
Because
what
the sweat is
Yes.
glistening
Every
and
time.
it's just.
Yes.
Yeah.
And of course, those are not feather pillows, but for whatever reason, the feathers are there. And they're all in those little 90s. By the way, I'm just going to say this real fast. I'm jealous of ladies' undergarments in general. Because,
you?
yes, because Gina has a 90, and it looks comfortable.
Who says you can't wear that?
It's weird. It's weird.
It's only weird if you let
This is
if you let them make you feel weird.
Yeah,
this is a progressive US of A.
I put on Gina's
You are
bra
allowed to
one
wear
time.
a nightgown.
Stretches it out.
Yeah, I try
Oh,
to because I'm
yeah,
big.
so that's-
I put on
They
Gina's
all
bra one time, and she's just like, ew, thick. But it's like,
Was that a
90s
push-up bra?
look nice because guys, we go to bed in boxer shorts or just our underwear, and that's it. You ladies have like a whole thing that's nice.
Oh, I don't. Oh, this is a ratty t-shirt and underwear, and boom, I'm done.
Amen, sister.
Yeah.
Give me a pair of boxers
it's
and a
not
t-shirt.
as
I'm out.
fancy as you think.
Yes.
Oh, it's what I
agreed.
like. I like it.
Gina, what's your main thing to sleep in? Sweatpants, right?
Yeah, sweats or a t-shirt.
She loves sweats.
Nice. You make
What?
it sound like she wears like this sexy nightie
Once
with like
once
this
in a while.
ensemble
But-
underneath, and it's like, bitch, please, it's not even comfortable.
You make
Oh,
yourself.
with makeup and my
I
hair.
know, and it's like, bitch, no, we sleep without our bra.
Jordan
we
just
sleep
wants
with
her to be a
anything.
1990s Cinemax special.
Yeah.
That's all he wants her to be.
There is one thing I did to her that was fun. Did for her birthday last year. I think it was last year. She's getting into Pokemon Go, so I went to GameStop and I bought a triple XL Pokemon Go T-shirt.
Ooh.
Because it'll be cool
That
for
was
her
the
to.
size they had.
Yeah, no, it wasn't the same. The reason I bought it like a triple XL shirt is because it's her nightgown essentially. It goes down to her knees, so she loves it.
Ooh.
Yeah, just walks around with just the T-shirt. So
Now I have a question. So, like, why do men think that's sexy? Just the t-shirt and sweatpants. There's a lot of men that actually think that's really sexy. What is about it?
because we know there's nothing underneath there and it's easy access.
The easy access.
The easy access, easy slip off, right?
Yeah, that's why we like dresses because if the missus is like, hey, let's go in the back of the car. All she has to do is lift up the skirt a little bit. That's it. It's in and out.
Good grief.
In and out. So, anyway, go ahead. Somebody gonna say something?
No.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about our early childhood experiences, and I'm sure people are just biting at the chomp to talk about this one. Should I talk about the testicle story that you guys all know now?
Well,
For the show?
I mean, if you want to start off with that, I think it's fucking hysterical. But
Yeah.
it's you're steering this
All right.
boat, man.
So I'll steer the boat. So we'll talk about embarrassing stuff. So I don't know how old I was, but let's say 5, 6 years old. Before I really understood what sex was, and before girls didn't have cooties or anything like that, girls had cooties back then. I thought testicles, balls, of course, was where my pee was. Because if you look at the boy anatomy, you got the shaft and you got the 2 kibbles.
Like, your testicles produced the urine, or they stored the urine?
Store the urine.
So, like, it went down, and that's, like... So, like, that's what you assumed when they swelled? Like, when it got warm, you were like, oh, I just have to pee?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, like, because I knew I had a bladder, So then when I think about it, okay, so this is not medical at all, but my bladder, and then the tube of the bladder goes down to the testicles to store it, right? And then when it gets full, I have to go potty.
Okay.
And I stand there with my back arched, with my pants all the way down in the men's bathroom. You know what I'm talking about, boys?
Oh, yeah.
Pull your pants down and lift your shirt up. I did that once in college. I got in so much trouble.
College?
Yeah, just to see what would happen. Just to see, just drunken night.
I know there was a moment, it lasted very, very, very short, but I always had this thought as a kid where, because boys stood to pee and girls sat to pee, but I had this strange thought of like, well, boys only pee, girls only poo. Because girls only sit down. I was like, oh, so that's all they're doing. They're always pooping.
They're always pooping?
Yeah.
It took me 2 teenage years to quite understand that girls poop, because I could not understand that.
All people poop.
Well,
You didn't have that
All
book?
people poop.
I'm just sorry, but ladies...
Poop makes us equal.
Ladies are very, very clean creatures compared to us.
Have you seen a woman's bathroom?
Yeah, as I say,
Yes, I have seen a woman's bathroom.
My wife has a bunch of junk in the bathroom. It's,
Guilty of me too.
Like, I have
It is
I have
what-
a toothbrush and a roll of deodorant,
And y'all still
and
stink.
there's not enough room for that.
And y'all still stink. Am I right? They keep it simple and they still manage to smell. Yet we have all these things that make us complicated, and we smell fucking fabulous.
You know what Gina hates the most, probably? When I shave, sometimes I leave the whiskers in the sink. She hates that.
See, I leave the pubes in the
I
sink.
fucking hate that too.
Brandon leaves
Ugh,
the pubes in the
gross.
sink.
You want to hear some? It's true.
It's true.
It's true.
It's so gross.
So
I
Ryan,
hate it.
was there something like Brandon's nice story that you had that you thought about?
I've been thinking about this, and the only thing that I can think of that I can remember is that when I don't know, it might have been 11 or 12, the weird kid down the street. Everybody has that weird kid down the street. Like the parents never, watched him. They let him get away with whatever. So like I was hanging out with
There was
him.
always chocolate somewhere on his body.
Yeah, no, he was a chubby kid. He talked a lot about race cars, I remember that. But he had like every game you could think of, and his parents bought him Grand Theft Auto 3 and PlayStation 2 when they came out. So like we would be down there, and he would like playing this speed death metal music, playing Grand Theft Auto 3 and all that stuff. And he showed me and my brother this picture of this girl. She had a top on, but like no pants, so you saw her vagina. But she was sitting in such a way where she was pulling what I'm assuming now was underwear or something out of her vagina and out of her butthole. And for like a while, I thought that was possible. Like it just was like one hole.
It was all connected.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. It might have been 6th grade, like 2 years later, when I figured out that it wasn't. But
Yeah.
that's when we had 6th grade is when we had health class for the first time.
Okay.
Sex ed, as most people call
All right,
it.
so I guess off that note, when was everyone's first seeing someone actually naked? Like, what was the first naked experience?
You want to hear about the other wives about what they thought about the male anatomy or their anatomy first?
Yeah, I want to hear what
whatever.
misconceptions you might have
Before
had.
we get, because I want to do that. Elise, what about you? Was there something like that you thought about boys that was not true? Something about your own body or girls that you thought that wasn't true? Was there anything like
I
that?
feel like this is unbelievable, but I don't know if I thought that there was something that didn't end up being true. I didn't learn about it till later on, when your friends were talking about sex, and when I kind of learned from them, and I learned from sex ed. So I don't know if I really had, I don't know if I really preoccupied my
I
time
have
with it
one
very
that's
much.
kind of based off of yours, Ryan, about that boy, neighbor boy or whatever. He was like,
Ooh.
ran up to me one time. He's like, you have a vagina. And I'm like, no, I don't. That was the first time I heard that word. And he's like, yes, I have a penis, you have a vagina. And then I ran home and told my mom. And because I thought he was like picking on me.
That was like
What a
kindergarten
jerk.
come to life.
That was like 7 years old. So
Shirai, do you have
Yeah.
one?
Yeah, I just always thought when I was younger, boys were like Ken dolls. There was a bump there, but they basically were like art, like
Yeah.
us. But then I come to realize that it's more horrifying.
I don't know.
movies.
I don't know. I think I'd rather have my junk on the outside of my body than the inside. At least I can see what's going on.
Yeah, but it gets tangled up and oh my god,
Yeah.
the tangleness,
Yeah.
the sticky tangleness.
Yeah. And of course the chafing.
Yeah, there's
Where do you walk like a
there's
penguin?
a self-cleaning organ.
Yeah,
Ours,
that's
we have
true.
to pay attention to that shit.
And plus they don't have a gooch. It's a lot harder to clean the gooch.
You just gotta lift up.
Yeah, but that requires work.
Whoa.
So,
And the hair down there is always 3 times thicker because you never get to it.
That's what it is.
so Brandon, brother Brandon, you said you had a segment here. What was that again? I apologize.
I forgot.
It's health class. Sex ed. When were you like?
Oh,
when
yeah,
did your
well-
schools introduce you and how?
5th, 6th grade, all the boys had to go to one classroom, and all the girls had to go to another. And the girls came out with gifts. We came out with nothing.
Gifts.
Gifts. Well, a gift bag.
Presents.
Each girl came out with condoms at 6th grade. And I'm not making this up, and Gina would believe me because
Swanton?
this is Swanton. This is Swanton.
Wow.
At 6th grade.
They wanted them to understand what they were, because I'll tell you everything. So the girls came out with a little pink gift bag, and they had condoms, which I'm sure was Duralex, been expired for 20 years condoms, and a bag of tampons, thing of tampons.
All right.
You know, to get them ready, and deodorant, the feminine deodorant. Can't use boy deodorant.
Okay.
We got sex is gonna give you AIDS, so don't do it until you're married. Have a good day.
That's so
I'm surprised
sexist.
you didn't get any condoms.
I am too. Why would they give
Yeah.
women condoms?
And not
I guess
you.
they always have them in case.
I guess.
And also,
'Cause-
the
But they're
whole-
basically not putting the face. They're like starting children off, young boys. They're starting them off by like not holding them accountable. Like, don't worry, the girls will always have them. You won't have to worry about it. So like they can never be held responsible. It's like, oh, we've got to carry them. Like we got to carry our tampons and the
Goddamn
fucking
right.
condoms.
Oh my god.
Should be.
Yeah, women are the devil.
But also the high school graduation rate, because of pregnant teenage, you're pregnant, you don't graduate high school. So that's probably another reason why.
I have a
guess.
fun
I just
story
feel like
about
it's an
that.
excuse. I hate it. Ugh.
Like so, WAPOC in the 5th grade, the boys didn't get anything. We didn't have a special class, didn't have a video, nothing. The girls, they had 3 days, 1 week where they all their free period, they had to go and watch these videos and about their changing bodies and stuff.
Really?
Yeah. Well, okay.
That's totally
I don't want to say
sexist.
we didn't get anything. They gave us deodorant and some like manual guide thing, but like.
About how to clean your balls?
I don't remember what it was. Like it was just something about like growing hair down there and what
I was
it
so
means and
proud
all
of
that stuff.
my first one, but go on.
But okay, so Gina was talking about teen pregnancy. This is something I'll never forget. About halfway through the 6th grade health class, the teacher brought in a bunch of high school students, juniors and seniors, and this one junior girl. All they did was just talk about how they made this promise they weren't going to have sex before marriage, or they were going to wait till they were adults and stuff. And this one girl, she talked for probably about 5 minutes, and about like a month later, she had to drop out of school because she got pregnant.
Wow.
It was.
Ooh.
I remember. I'll never forget that.
Like some promise.
Nobody does the loophole. I don't understand this. In high school, they should teach the loophole.
Well,
and I'm
they-
actually serious about that.
Well, they teach abstinence. It's like if you put your dick in a vagina, you will get a disease.
Absolutely, but they should teach the loophole.
What?
Can you explain what the loophole is for our listeners?
Yeah.
Anal.
Oh, the
Ew,
poop
what?
hole.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
poop
the
hole
poop
loophole.
hole.
Anal.
I'm sorry,
You
they
gotta
said
do that.
the loophole.
Yeah.
It's the poop hole loophole. We've
It's a
had
poop
this
hole loophole.
conversation.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay a virgin, but you can put it in my butt because you're not breaking the hymen.
That totally doesn't count.
It
Well,
kinda
see,
I feel
does.
like that doesn't count. Do you
It's
guys
also
think that
because
counts?
like
I don't think that counts.
our hometown is very, and I'm sure it's this way for a lot of small towns. Our hometown was highly religious.
Yeah.
So sex education was one of those things that was enforced upon by the state. It was one of those
Right.
things where the state came in.
And we only had 2 sessions of it. We had
Right.
one in 5th grade and one in 9th grade, and that was it.
And it's
Wow.
honestly, I think it should be mandatory for every school,
Yeah.
regardless,
See,
because
I agree.
it's a kid. When you become sexually active, not only are you dealing with emotions never before explored or felt, but it's going to happen. Like,
Right.
I don't care what anybody says, it's going to happen. And if it's going to happen, and you know it's going to happen, what you want your children and the community to be not only educated, but to have the means to have the contraceptive available.
Right.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because we've all
Right.
heard this story. This is a true story, and I know shame on them. But I don't know if I can use the argument different time. But my grandparents, they're all pushing 100. I mean they're both pushing 100.
Mhm.
They've been married for over 70+ years. They never talked to my mom about sex, and they never talked to my mom about her body changes. She told me this when she was talking about I got the age, and
Yeah.
and she was like, I'm telling you this, and I was uncomfortable, and she was like, I'm going to teach you, but I was like, no, don't, Mom, no, gross. And she was like, I'm going to tell you the story, and it's true. I said, okay. And she said, when I was going to be a teenager, and whatever, I had no idea. And I was in class, and I started my first period, and I thought I was dying. I passed out
Yeah.
because I was so scared. I thought I was dying, and I ran home. And my mom finally said, "Oh no, that's just your period," and was calm about it. My mom was like, "What do I do?"
Oh, she just gave her the
Aw.
they're there.
Yeah, they're there. But that's what the reason I'm saying that is because they definitely need to educate people, because a lot of parents are uncomfortable, which I don't know why, to have conversations
Right.
with their children about it. There's just some things though that certain parents, I don't know, like I think I would be a little uncomfortable talking about certain sexual things with Riley.
But I mean, that's. Oh, go ahead.
Well, we had an arrangement.
Yeah, if we had a girl, you were going to talk to her about sex. We had a boy, I would have gone, here's a beer, here's a cigarette, I'm going to teach you.
Well, no, I
Wait.
think you should be a part of the conversation too, though.
Physically teach
I
him,
agree.
or like metaphorically teach him.
Really, Ryan?
I
Yeah,
just-
what is wrong with you?
Really? It's my
You
child.
Sicko.
I want clarification. I'm doing this for the people in Australia. They want clarification. They don't speak English down there.
They kind of do.
Kinda.
Hey, what are you going to
They
do about
speak English like I speak Spanish.
the number
Not
two?
really.
Number 2 country is Japan, and number 3 is Germany, sir.
Okay.
So, expert to see Deutsch.
No, Joe, I think you should be a part of that conversation.
I do
You think
too.
so?
Yeah.
I don't
Because
know.
you could offer Riley experience on the male side that she probably
Well,
wouldn't
we've
understand.
also talked about what you want to tell Riley when she's at school.
Yeah. So one of the things I wanted to tell Riley, and I know it's harsh, and I know blah 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 blah, but it's my goddamn choice as a parent, so fuck off. But I'm gonna say, hey, look, boys are always gonna tell you that they love you. Before I met your mom, I was in love with 30 other girls. So don't listen to them. They're only gonna want one thing. And pick the right one that you think is going to be good. And then Riley's going to ask me, well, how old were you? And I'm going to say, I was 16 years old. So
when Kay sucked your dick.
when Kay sucked my dick, you're going to go back to that old episode? No. I was in my football jersey at the Corn Festival, sir. She was on top, and I lasted a whole 30 seconds. I
Make
was
sure to
proud.
tell her about those senior boys who have a game to fuck all the freshman girls.
Yeah, we did play that game. So,
You
okay, so
disgusting son of a bitch.
now we're getting older here at this timeline. I'll lead this off. I'm not going to tell my famous, which I always tell, the story of Dad taking me to see the Titanic story, because everybody's heard that a million times. But there's another story that involves Dad and me discovering women. Is Dad lived in this house, and Brother Brandon knows all about it. Dad didn't have much money back in the day, and God knows that guy was trying. But there was this house on Main Street. It literally was a house, and they had each room, like each bedroom was an apartment.
Mm.
And they had a community bathroom. So we're looking at a house with 5 bedrooms, meaning 5 guys 40 or older, just disgusting old men, and 1 bathroom.
One shared bathroom.
Yeah. And guess what? The shower had no curtain.
Oh.
Yeah.
The toilet, the toilet was by a window that never fully closed, because when it was middle of winter and you had to poop, your butt froze to the rim of the toilet there, and there was no doors. So you could, and plus the bathroom door didn't lock. So Brandon and I could be sitting there pooping, innocent boys pooping, and a guy who's 50 years old could walk in and go, hey, like.
Give me that issue of Jugs.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So they openly just had Playboys and biker girl magazines with girls on motorcycles with their titties out.
Oh my god.
And you would sit there, and there'd be like a Mad magazine there. There would be whatever. But in the middle of the pod, you could tell that Dad knew we were coming over. So we told the guys to try to hide the porn. And the guys were like, just put it in the middle. They won't find that. So we're in there, So I'm in the bathroom, and I see Playboy. So I pick it up and go to the middle of the page, and everything right there. I was like, that's what vagina looks like. Interesting. I like this.
I wonder where their urine comes from.
I did for a
Because
while.
they don't have any testicles.
Do they?
How interesting.
Do they pee out of that big hole or? But it's just funny because I actually wanted to bring up about other types of sex, especially with heterosexuality and homosexuality, because there's that moment where you realize that you are attracted to the opposite or the same sex. There's that moment that just strikes you. You know what I mean? And I remember the feeling that I had when I saw the naked ladies in Playboy pooping on the toilet. My whole body got really, really warm, and I kind of felt embarrassed and kind of giggly. You know what I mean? But I really, really liked what I saw, and I wanted to see more of those fun bags.
Still acts
Fun bags.
I still act that way.
Well, see,
Did you guys have this moment?
Yeah, there was one. It was with a Hustler. Hustler was my first, only because.
That's a dirty one, because that's when they split open their vagina so you can see
Yeah.
inside.
Oh yeah, like you could see the rusty sheriff's badge and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
But I don't know, to go off your statement about heterosexuality and homosexuality. I think everybody, even everyone here at this table, has. I think bisexuality is something we all encounter, and I think it still happens today.
That's a very interesting point, yeah.
Because I mean, we were talking earlier about some actors like Leonardo DiCaprio, Ryan Gosling. If you were to ask me right now, do I find Ryan Gosling attractive? I wouldn't lie. Yeah, that man is attractive. There's certain features about him where I'm like, it's, and I don't want this to be embarrassing for him, but like, I get a little flushed, and that's not a lie. Like he's a good-looking guy. Now I'd rather, my preference is, that tits and badge.
Yeah. Right.
But I mean, I think that's something I also feel should be taught too in schools now. Is like how to really deal and develop with your emotions and know that it's okay to go either way.
Yeah, I totally agree. Did you guys around the table here ever have this coming of age moment where you see the opposite sex or the same sex and go, oh, I like this? Riley doesn't. Anybody have that experience?
I definitely did. The first time it went for me, I didn't see full frontal nudity or anything like that. It was just the two people being together. My mom rented Rocky Horror Picture Show. She's like, you can't watch this, too mature. I watched it. And it was the love scene between her and the creation that he created, Rocky.
Yeah.
And they were being intimate together. And I was like, oh, this is what this is. I kind of like this. I like both sides. So for me, I like women and men equally. So I like the personality. I like the way they look. So that was the first time of me being like, I'm sexually attracted to someone.
Right.
So.
Well, it was also your body. I think it's just the idea of sex in general.
Mm-hmm.
I think because once you start experimenting on yourself, and you know that the euphoria that you get upon touching yourself, I don't think it ever is this. I don't think there's ever this notion of like, well, I only touch myself to boys or girls. I think it's the idea of just that release in general.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
So when you experiencing it either way,
Yeah.
I think it's just the idea of the release.
I have not stopped releasing myself since I was 13
Oh
years old.
no, I mean, as I get older, I find myself a little harder to masturbate only because I forget. And
You
I just,
forget.
Yeah, it's true. Like with school and with work, like there's some where like just last week I was like, man, I was feeling the urge. And I was like, sure, I wasn't home. I was like, I should probably just get it done, so I'm not like getting real creepy on girls at work. Me like, oh yeah. But I got tired, laid down, woke up. It was time for work. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot to jerk off. Oh well, and just went to work.
Anybody else have this kind of experience before, where it was like, oh, I'm really attracted to the opposite sex or whatever? You guys do. Best friend Ryan and best friend Elise, you guys have that? Where you guys knew it?
I don't know if I ever had. I don't know, like, kind of like what Brandon was saying, like, I can look at a woman and say, like, she's extremely attractive. Like,
Yeah.
she's really attractive, but, like, my preference is men.
Right.
And I don't know if I ever had this, idea of, like, do I like girls? Like, I think I may have had, like, a dream once, and I, like, kind of woke up and I was, like, a little confused. I don't remember.
It was
I
all
don't-
just a blur.
It was. I woke up and I was like, oh, wait. And, like, at that time, I think, homosexuality was a lot less accepted. So I think I woke up and I was like, no, I can't feel this way, And, I mean, even now that it's even more accepted, I still completely consider myself
Isn't that
heterosexual.
a little, not on
But-
your part.
Oh, sure.
Just in general as the idea. Isn't that a little fucked up that
It is.
that we fear it as kids?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's
like,
this
it's
forbidden fruit.
nothing. Yeah. It's a little, yeah. It's, you don't really have anything to fear. It's just the idea, It
Right.
was, this is probably extreme, but to kind of compare, like, it's just like getting used to the idea of, like, that's a bad example. I don't want to say that on the recording. It's any sort of major change, even if it's not bad, can just feel alarming when really it's not.
Right.
I mean, like, I don't know. I was gonna say an example. I really don't want to anymore because I just don't want to offend any listeners. But I don't know.
We've done
I
enough
agree with-
offending
Yeah,
throughout
trust
our
me.
history.
They're not. We
Well,
are not. We are not a PC
okay,
show.
so I am not racist. I'm not racist.
Anybody
like,
who says that is.
Anybody who says I'm not racist,
I'm not
but
racist.
You're still racist.
No, I'm not racist. Like, back in the day when they still had slaves, like, and then suddenly this movement came of, like, okay, we need to let, like, these are not objects, they're people. Like,
Right.
we don't own, a microwave. It's not the same as owning a microwave or a fridge. Like, this is a person,
Right.
and they deserve to have their life and their freedom.
Emotions, cognitive thought,
Right.
heartbeat.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. The whole 9 yards. And, like, that was uncomfortable, I'm sure, very uncomfortable for them to be, for people to then go through that change and say, okay, this is what we're doing is wrong. And I mean, even them, it probably felt very alarming because that was what they were used to. They weren't used to maybe taking care of their own house. They weren't used to cooking. They weren't used to doing all this stuff that somebody else was used to doing. So, I mean, we had this change come about, and it was a good change, obviously. We shouldn't have people working for us against their will and treating them like objects because they're not. So, I mean, I think the same thing did happen with homosexuality.
Right.
I think it was feared because it wasn't understood. For the longest time, it's boy and girl,
Right.
and that's it. It's done. Like,
Well,
and
I also think it because even though we're human beings, we are still animals at heart. We're still part of
Agreed.
this this entire expansive ecosystem. And I think what happens is for a lot of people, it's the natural code being challenged, where people are like, oh, men and men shouldn't be together because our whole purpose in life is to reproduce. No different than the dog, no different
Right.
than the elephant. Like, our
Right.
whole purpose is to continue our life cycle. So
Right.
I think probably deep down, there's someone saying, like, well, I see a man or a woman together, you're risking our species. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But
yeah,
at the same time, it's hatred as well.
right. Right.
Deep down. I don't
Right.
want to mask that any. Like, there's people
Sure.
out there who are just pure shit.
Yeah.
But also, though, I mean, technology has changed because back in the 1940s, and I'm not giving those assholes an excuse. I'm just giving an example. Medicine and technology is not at all then like it is now. So I mean, if you're gonna throw, not you in general, but if you're gonna be that person and say, oh, I don't like two dudes together because our species. Well, in the 40s, I guess I can get that because they don't have the technology. Nowadays, it's like two dudes are
Technology
together.
on what?
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, okay, fine. Two dudes, right? That are married, right? Because marriage is not completely legal. They can do the embryo thing or whatever, like
Oh, you're talking about like that?
Oh, or
like
you
that
talking
kind of
about
stuff, like
reproduction,
that
okay.
technology. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Where
Gotcha.
back in the 30s,
Surrogates.
40s, yeah, like stuff they couldn't do that. You know what I mean? So I guess I quotes get it, but that's really stretching it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like but that's that one person's like, oh,
Well, it's
only
just
reason.
old school mentality because up until the 1970s, I think it was, being a homosexual was illegal.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, you would go to jail or be committed to a psych ward.
Yeah.
Because you were gay.
True.
There were cure
Homo-
camps,
'cause you're homosexual, yeah.
like
But it's-
camps that
They
drink
still
this
have
magic
those,
tea,
yeah.
it'll cure you. Like, there's nothing to
But
cure.
that's why
it.
that's why there's such prejudice against it, because it used to be
Right.
illegal.
Yeah.
Like, that's why there's such prejudice against pot. It's because for the longest time it was considered this evil thing.
Yeah, devil's lettuce.
Yeah. Devil's lettuce.
Do you like that one? Devil's lettuce,
I have
devil's
never
grass.
heard that one.
Ned Flanders said that in The Simpsons. Are you boys over here smoking the devil's lettuce? Okay, so we have 3 more questions. But Gina, did you want? Okay, so I have 3 more questions. So now the next one is talk about our crushes. So we talked about what we thought sex was. We started to understand that we like the opposite sex, and all of a sudden we start getting really kind of into it and started thinking about it more. So brother Brandon, who was your like celebrity crush growing up in your teen years? Or were you just like, oh my god, like your teen years?
This was mentioned in our top 5 music.
Yeah.
In our top 5 songs. My first celebrity crush was Alanis Morissette. There was something about her, man.
Yeah.
It's I think because there was a freedom to her.
Yeah.
And I like how stark she was in her approach with her music.
She also had some nice DSLs.
Sure, Jordan.
Do you care to give the definition for
Yeah,
DSL?
what's DSL
Because
for our listener?
I'm at a loss.
I am too. What's a DSL?
Dick sucking lips. Her lips are so.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Good
All
grief.
right, that's.
Some boys called me that in high school all the time. For those who don't know, I have big lips. So. And I had braces, so they kind of stuck out.
You think of Angelina Jolie and think if you had a penis, how wonderful that would feel.
Oh, good grief.
I'm just
Grow
saying.
up.
I'm just saying, like,
That's gross.
Anyway, so Alanis Morissette
Yeah.
for brother Brandon.
Yeah.
Best friend Ryan, who was your celebrity crush your teen years?
When I was younger, I was pretty much just strictly a visual creature. As long as they were hot and well endowed, I was a fan. But the one I would have crawled through miles of glass just to suck the air out of her butthole.
Yeah.
Is Scarlett Johansson. Like
Yeah, ScarJo.
2003 to 2007-ish,
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson is
Yeah.
fucking hard to top, man.
Yeah, I know. She farts and you just go.
Yeah, I go.
Or,
May
there's
I
a-
have another? Wait,
Yeah.
what's the thing? The
Like,
yes.
There's a good friend of mine, Josh, who's another friend's friend. His name's Josh, and his famous quote is, whenever he sees a hot girl, is like, "I would drag my dick through a mile of broken glass just to hear her fart through a walkie-talkie."
Nice. Best friend Elise, who was your celebrity crush your teen years?
Always and forever Leonardo DiCaprio.
Still
When
Leo.
yes. When I saw him in
Gilbert
Titanic,
Grape?
his what?
Gilbert Grape?
Him as Arnie.
No. So the first
Okay,
movie,
Gilbert.
Man in the Iron
the
Mask,
first
right?
movie that I saw him in was Titanic, and there was just, I don't know, this movie of this rich girl who was brought up in such high class and now falling in love with this guy who's like very wild and outgoing, and he's
So fucking
And-
filthy and gross. You could tell he
He's
had
just-
lice.
Yeah. He just, like he never had, one of the things that he said at that dinner table was like, I don't know what each day is going to bring. Like, each day is different. I might be sleeping under a bridge one night. I might be here on the amazing Titanic. Like, I don't know. There's just, I've always like loved that wildness about him. And then just his looks. Oh my God, is he attractive?
You know that
So
bitch killed him, right?
Huh?
That bitch killed him.
I know.
Because there's this thing
she
on
hogged the
YouTube
door.
that actually did everything about the door and how they both could have actually gotten on that and they could have lived the rest of their lives. But she killed him because she wanted to be rich again and fuck him.
Well, technically, he pushed her and said to stay on. So I
but
don't
she
know
could've.
if she was completely behind.
Would you have listened to
his
Ryan or would you
dad.
still drag him?
I would still. You
See?
have to understand, guys, how cold is that ocean? She's probably not thinking.
It was 68
straight.
degrees in the pool in Universal Backlot, but okay.
Okay, well, nonetheless, like they are mimicking what it was like to sink in the ocean of the Titanic. Like that, you're not thinking logically when you're going through that. It's cold, so she probably was slightly more interested in her own survival. But that's just because she wasn't thinking straight.
They could have had sex. They would have warmed each other up.
So let me ask you this question.
Right.
Let me ask
While
you this
his
question.
dick is like completely engulfed in his abdomen. Go ahead. Because it's cold,
No, I
His
get it.
shaft
I get it.
doesn't
I
go
just love
up,
how you
the
finished that
balls
sentence.
go up.
So let me ask you this question. You, 8-year-old Elise, would you let him stay in the water?
I'd like to think no.
Okay.
No.
She says that for the show.
I would not.
I've-
Especially with what she found in him. She found this.
Yeah, she found something in him,
She
all right.
found. Oh my god. She found so much freedom. You know, she was promised to this guy, and he was abusing her. And even though he was rich, like that's just. She would have gladly lived a poor lifestyle to be with somebody who is just who just had such freedom. And you know, no, I wouldn't necessarily let him slip away.
He's
But
probably. I wonder if the attraction to Leo in Titanic is because, and I've always felt this way. He's almost like a live action version of a Disney character.
Explain.
There's very Disney-esque qualities to him.
Explain.
And in comparison to Aladdin.
Okay. Okay.
Someone who's not very rich, someone who doesn't have the world bending to his will. You know, he doesn't have the riches, doesn't have the fame. But then when he meets up with Jasmine, who has it all, you know what I mean? There's always that connection, I've always thought, with Leo. And I've always wondered if to me, he's always been like a representation of like a live action Disney character.
Maybe. I never thought about it that way, but maybe. That's a good
And I've
point.
always wondered if like, I wonder if that's why the attraction to him has always been that way.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, because it kind of resembles.
Hey, I don't know. He's always reminded me of Aladdin in a sense.
That's crazy.
Mind
Well,
blown.
he kind of like releases her in a way, you know,
Yeah, he
like
does.
not. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like she's always this confined person, and and he just offers her an escape, you
Right.
know, and just
He releases that orgasm.
Oh my god!
That was a hot scene, man, with the hand on the back of the car.
I know.
I
It
try to
was
recreate that with
something.
Gina all the time. It doesn't work.
I think that. Oh my god! I think that was my first time kind of witnessing sex, just like. What are they doing? You know, and then I think later on I came to understand it, and I was like,
What
they
did
love
you
each
react
other, you
though?
know?
Actually, this is a big question. What did you girls react when she was like, "I want you to draw me like one of your French girls," and her 2 fun bags were out?
I was just thinking the whole time, I wish my breasts looked like that.
By the way,
I don't
this is
know what
a
I thought. I was
PG-13
kind of like,
movie, by the way.
why? Like I think when I first didn't understand, I was like, oh, it's artistic. It's just artistic.
Yeah,
She's
that's
being
how I viewed it.
artistic. And then later on, I was like, you show off. You're just trying to get him in bed.
Can
It
you believe that was
works, but-
PG-13?
I can't. The
Anyway.
critics they don't make any sense.
No. James Cameron, he can do whatever he wants.
Guy.
Mine, of course, the most wonderful woman in the world, still this day.
Your wife.
Yes, my wife, who I knew at that age. BS, Britney Spears, man. Hit me,
Oh,
baby, one
come
time.
on.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
No.
19
Fail.
You telling me you see her walk down the stage at the 99 VMAs with that python wrapped around her neck and you're not popping a chub?
I'm not popping no chub. Ain't no chub to be popped. It's all it's just relaxing. There's nothing. I'm not coming out. That's what's going on with my chub. It doesn't exist.
Well,
Not even in that schoolgirl uniform.
Oh, God.
No, good
This-
grief.
so
She's
here's
like
the
a
thing.
kid. Come
so here's
on.
the thing. She came out with Baby One More Time in 1999. You know how old I was in 99? I was 12. A 12-year-old boy with Britney Spears with Hit Me Baby One More Time. Yes, may I have another? And then she came out in 2000 with Oops, I Did It Again.
Good grief.
Oh my Lord, I was 13. And then when I was 14, I'm a slave for you.
Oh my God.
Oh my Lord.
Did you rock out? Did you go around your high school saying, "I'm not a girl, not yet a woman"?
Nice. No, it's just no, of course not. No, it's Britney. Oh my Lord, Britney Spears. Shariah,
Yo,
who was your celebrity crush?
you're not gonna believe this. Actually, Brandon doesn't even know this either.
Oh.
It's Alan Rickman from Die Hard.
Whoa!
That's a good choice.
It was his
That's a good-
voice.
Snape?
It was before Snape.
Oh, I know it was before
Yeah.
Snape, but Snape?
It was
Wow.
yeah.
Nice.
He gave me such a heavy chub. It's not even funny.
You know he was like 40, so those old man balls.
For real?
Oh, I don't
Oh
even.
God.
I don't even care. It was
Did
the
you
voice.
did you flick the bean to him at all?
Well, actually,
Why do they call it flick the bean? Can we just
It's
talk
a little-
anytime? What do we call it when guys do it?
Jerk off.
You flog the
Flog the bishop.
dolphin.
There's a
Oh,
lot
flog
of
the
stuff like
bishop.
that.
Flog the
Choke
bishop.
the chicken. Spank the monkey.
Yeah.
You
girls
Shave the carrot.
Shave the carrot. You girls have
I've
the
never shove it.
Choke the chicken.
Oh fuck! Choke the fucking chicken? Are you serious?
Elise,
That's the
you
dumbest
ladies
thing ever.
have a vagina. You guys have a vagina. You guys have a clit.
Try
The
it.
clit's like a bean. You rub
Well,
the
I'm not
bean.
sitting there like Like, that's not how that's how you guys make it sound. Like, you're just like, oh, they're flicking the bean, yeah. For those of you listening, I'm flicking my glass. Oh, yeah, oh my god. Like,
Are
that's
you
how
drunk?
it makes
Because you're
it
like
sound.
sunk in. You're
You
so
just
sunk
made
I
in.
so
dropped my
many
phone. I'm
nerds
trying to be subtle
blow
about
their
it.
load right now.
I'll help you. I'll help you get your phone.
It's that important. Yeah, no, so, like, I don't know.
I like to say
But
you guys are
choke the
DJs.
chicken, you're not like, I don't know.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. I like to say you guys are DJs, spinning the clits in the 80s and 90s.
Good grief.
Spinning all the clits.
I think
Spinning all the
I
clits.
still like that a little bit better than flicking the bean.
It's okay, you know what? Because I jerked off to Die Hard 2.
Did you?
Oh yeah, there was this one scene. So this was back in the early 2000s when DVDs were just becoming out, and there was 2 DVDs.
Oh, is this the Lethal Weapon story?
No, not the lip. But there are, and they can remind me though. But there are 3 movies on DVD that had boobs in them that I just couldn't stand anymore. It was, of course, Starship Trooper boys, right? Starship Troopers,
yeah.
right? The shower scene. Number 2 was Lethal Weapon 2, and number 3, when the terrorists are starting to take over Nakatomi Plaza, and they bust into a room, they grab a girl, and her titties are out, and I pause it and I go, look at those California titties. Oh,
California titties.
yeah. Oh, no. And see, the reason why I know they're the California titties is because her body is all nice and tan, but the tits are white as snow, and you know those California titties.
And you could drive a Mack truck through them too. They're so spaced apart.
Oh my lord, God bless them. So we got into that. So where are we at, by the way, now?
We got 20 minutes.
Okay. So the last 2 things is, if you guys want to share, you can. Oh, Gina, did you want to talk about it? I'm sorry, because Gina, who was your celebrity crush?
My first crush ever was Christian Bale.
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale, wow.
Was this American Psycho Christian Bale, or like?
Oh,
The
don't
New-
say American Psycho.
The
Newsies.
Newsies.
Wow.
Okay.
Newsies.
I thought you were going to say The Machinist, but okay.
I thought you were going to say Rain of Fire.
All right. Christian
but
Bale.
then in the 90s was Backstreet's Back.
Backstreet Boys.
Oh, yes.
Ryan.
Please.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, how old was everybody, if you want to share, when you lost your virginity? Mine was 16.
18.
18.
With Shariah.
So,
I love it. That's so cute.
18.
That's true.
Really?
Yeah.
Gina, do you want to share? You want me to tell? Because I know. Okay. Gina was 19.
Yes.
So I'm the only one that was.
Actually, I was 15.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
I
I know. Yeah.
didn't know this. You guys are not made to be with.
Oh yeah, I had one other.
Marriage over.
Aw.
I was with other girls and we did things like fellatio,
Yeah.
but we didn't go through with the sex part.
You didn't go through the deep. And Ryan had to explain to Elise. You are so
Shut up.
innocent.
Oh my god.
You are so innocent.
She's also a doctor, everybody.
I mean, mouths. There was a few mouths on my parts, and my tongue explored the cavernous regions of the vagina.
The holiest of holes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but that's as far as it ever went. Actual sex wasn't until this beautiful hunk of spunk across from me.
Yeah. You want to hear something really embarrassing? You were my first orgasm.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, Ryan was mine too! Go us! Yeah!
You gotta
My
keep 'em when they
first
can
like
give you the
vaginal
O-face.
orgasm. It was
Yeah.
it never happened like for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
it
it
never did
never.
either.
Oh my god, it was
He
awful.
was the
Like
very first
I
one.
had like other sorts of orgasms. Like every time we did vaginal sex, like
Nothing.
when's this gonna end? Like
Yeah.
it's been 5 minutes. Yeah, and like I did, like it happened with him. I was like, this is what that.
It was like it was a new experience.
It
we did it like
Oh,
4
it's
times
so
that
great.
night.
I
It was,
know,
like,
right?
amazing.
Oh god, it was so good.
Yeah, it was for me too.
No.
That bed was nice and moist.
Yeah.
I'm
See,
sorry, guys.
The thing I learned from that is you just have to let them do everything, right? Because me doing my power moves wasn't getting the job done.
No,
The moment she took charge, she's like, "Oh, I got this,"
Yeah.
and now we're married.
The
I just,
orgasm made you say yes.
I just play the Street Sharks theme song in my head to keep me focused. When I know I'm getting about close, I'm just like I'm going with the motion, like, oh god, yeah, okay, this can be a good one. Oh god, and I always say this in my head. I'm like, oh no, am I gonna blow already?
We just started.
I can say
No. Okay. What can I think of? Thanksgiving with the folks. Yeah. Oh, but the warm apple. Oh, the warm pies. Okay. No. Street sharks. Oh yeah, street sharks. Wait a minute. If I blow my load while thinking street sharks, can I only blow my load to street sharks?
Gina just reminded me. I was on her first orgasm.
What?
But I was her first multiple.
Ooh.
Oh.
I was like, oh, I forgot that. Yes,
The
that is
double
it.
whammy.
That's
Double
not bad.
whammy. I was her first multiple. But so this is. I wanted to save this, but I wanted to share this because I wanted to share to everybody what the mind frame was at this point in time. So now this is college age. Okay, my college was 05 to 2009, and I was in a fraternity in college.
Of
and
course you were.
there was 10 rules with women.
With women. Okay.
Now, this is very inappropriate, very dirty. Not saying that I believe it. I did when I was 19.
Okay.
But anyway, so I wanted to show this, see what you guys think about this, to see if you girls had these kind of rules too. Okay?
I was never in a fraternity.
Girl rules. Like girl rule number 1, if when you go out to a club, you never leave your drink alone. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
So, fraternity rule number 1 when it comes to sex with women. Number 1,
Is that okay?
don't ever marry it.
She likes.
Don't ever marry it.
Don't ever marry it. That's rule number 1.
Okay.
Number 2, don't ever go down on a girl until you marry her.
Why?
That's just
That's
rude.
so
That's
Strange.
so rude.
Because you don't know who she banged the night before. You could wake
Neither
up.
do you. You don't know who your future wife banged also until you go down on her.
But if you are with that future wife for 5 years, she's
You're not
only
gonna
been
go
with
down on her until you've been dating her for 5 years.
Some rules I believe in, some rules I don't. At
That
least.
is that is a
Oh,
big
man.
assumption on your part that
I'm
your
so sorry.
your dick is good enough to get the job done.
I'm just telling you what the rules are, Ryan. Doesn't mean I believe in all of them. Jesus Christ.
I forced Brian fucking down there. No, I'm just kidding.
You forced
I'm
Ryan
joking.
down there?
No, I did not. He went down there all by himself. It was great.
All right, let's keep the bedroom talk to a minimum.
Sorry.
I don't think they want to know that I eat you out. Like that's not what they're here for.
I kind of want to, a little
Ooh. Ooh.
All right, so what I do? Step 1.
Oh my god.
Some midnight need advice, so.
We talking about going down on each other's?
Him going down on me, but yes.
So
Oh.
first step, I grab the shaft.
Oh my god.
The first thing that I do is I spread it like the Nile. You know?
Like the Nile.
I just-
Spread it like the Nile. Like you part it like the Red Sea, you
Part like the
stupid
Red Sea.
bastard.
The Red Sea.
And depending on the time of month, it really is the Red Sea.
It doesn't matter to me. It tastes better.
Oh, that was wrong. Ooh, that
No.
was wrong. What was
No.
the question again?
No, it wasn't a question. It was the statements of, ooh, Riley's touching my toes. Gina's touching my toes. Riley's touching my toes? Somebody was touching my toes. I like a fish.
My dog's under the table. So.
Nice. So anyway, I don't remember all the rules, but there was just rules that we learned in college, you know, just about women and stuff.
Oh, right.
And what was the other one that I thought that was just absolutely hilarious? If you're gonna do it in the butt, always wear a Jimmy,
Okay.
because poop comes out of there. And when you're fucking somebody, your pee hole does open. You get poop
Okay.
bacteria in your pee hole.
You've gone down this road now.
This is one of the rules in college that I learned.
But it's not the age.
I know. I'm just telling. I'm just telling.
Gina has a point.
What?
That's not the age.
That's
This
not
is
the age.
06. This is when
I thought we were gonna talk about.
Whoa.
Okay.
Oh,
No, wait.
Over the
05.
age.
05. I was a freshman in college in 05.
Oh, well.
was-
All right. There you
Mic
go.
drop. Anyway, my whole point in telling you is that the reason why I just wanted to explain those rules real quick was just because you are a certain way when you're a child, and then when you get a little bit older, you start realizing everything we discussed in this episode so far. And by the time you're in college, you have these rules that are just slap your head ridiculous and absurd. And then sometimes you follow them, sometimes you don't follow them. And it's just crazy about how sex goes from nothing to consuming your life in your adulthood. You know what I mean?
So
I
that
just find
has
it fascinating.
actually never been the case for me.
No.
Like when I went to college, it wasn't like, oh man, I gotta get some puss, man. I gotta get that vag. I gotta,
Okay.
What are you, 90s movies?
Yeah.
That boosh.
I do live my life like it's Animal House. But no, like it's like I understand. Like I had friends that were, like you, Jordan, who went to parties solely to try to pick up the drunk girl. I understand that your life is about how much
I will correct you before we continue. I never went to a party to seek a drunk girl. We were in a fraternity. The drunk girls came to us.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So-
sure. It was the implication.
The implication.
I will say that, of course, I could have said no, but I said yes to the handcuff party. It was wonderful. So
What? I'm curious now. Like you handcuffed them so they couldn't
Yeah.
fight back, or
No. The handcuff party is that the sorority comes over, right, and they handcuff you and a sorority girl together. And ours were the Delta Tri-Delts. And
Those are sluts.
yeah, I know they are. Anyway, they handcuffed me to another woman, right? And then I had to finish a 24-pack of Natty, and she had to finish a 24-pack of Natty. And then once we're both finished with those 24 packs, then we can be uncuffed. However, though, there's no limit on how long it can take to drink it, so we can go to class together and blah, blah, blah. So her and I took 2 days. We dated after that for 6 months.
What?
She was handcuffed to me. It was bad. It was weird because the first time I've ever actually seen a lady pee. Because I'm in the bathroom, I have to pee, and I'm like, okay. It's handcuffed.
Did you guys do it?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Did you wear a
Proud of
jimmy
that.
when you stuck it in her butthole?
You always wear a Jimmy.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
Right.
There's only one person I ever wore a Jimmy with.
Jesus.
And that's why you have a daughter.
That was planned, believe it or not. It was not an oops.
All right, I have a question though. What is your guys' first experience with porn? Because I'm always curious about this because we are of the age where porn on the internet was, the greatest invention since the wheel.
There's no porn on the internet for me.
What? Oh, your mom's super fucking strict.
No, there's no porn on the internet for me. Remember, man, I'm 30. You guys are a few years younger than me. There was no porn on the internet, really. Like it is nowadays.
Dude, I was watching porn, not watching
You're
porn.
younger than you.
There was
right?
no porn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There was no you
You had
porn
the
or red
bright,
tube.
well, no, none of that, but there was still porn on the internet.
It was hard to get.
It was fucking slow to load.
Yeah, it took.
I remember you had to pay for it.
No.
No.
Damn it, right in the middle of it.
I guess I never paid attention because I remember when I first got the internet and stuff, I immediately went to Playboy.com, and it was like pay whatever to get into the site. I never.
Yeah, but you didn't have like Kazaa or LimeWire or any of that stuff.
I never
That's
downloaded.
Rockster.
bad.
I never downloaded any videos from those movies or from those video sharing sites. I only downloaded songs because it was a myth. I don't know if it was true, but if you downloaded porn or movies or whatever on LimeWire or whatever, you can get like super fucking viruses.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can do that from downloading music too.
But I never got a virus downloaded.
Oh, I
music.
got.
And
I got
Anyways,
so many.
that's not the point. What's your?
Okay.
But you can I'm talking like you can like my first experience with any type of porn was I was 10, came home from school. My brother had stayed home. Yeah, it's a fun story, hon. I'd come home from school. My brother Justin had stayed home, faking a sickness. And as we're getting off the bus,
Thank you, Justin.
yeah, he's a wonderful influence. Him and one of his friends from down the street are at the bus stop where the bus drops off across the street from our house. And they just have all these magazines. They're sitting under a tree just looking at all these
Oh my
magazines.
God.
So I come over. I was like, hey, what's this? And they're like, look. My brother's like, look at this. And it's just, girl fucking spread eagle. And so I sit down. I drop my backpack. I'm like, oh, this is interesting. This is cool. He had found my dad's porn stash.
Nice.
Oh my god.
My mom was not very happy. I'll be honest. Okay. I got grounded. My dad got in a lot of trouble. But yeah, like see that's the first time I was introduced to porn.
Okay. Mine. Standard. Magazines. It's not a fun story. I wanted to see what boobies looked like. I saw my first pair of boobs on Titanic, and I wanted more. It was a drug. Hence, I'm a smoker and a drinker. Go figure. But no, I just wanted to see more. Nothing's better than a nice pair of boobs.
Pair of boobs.
Pair of boobs.
Oops.
Think about it. Now, ladies, I know you like the guys, but come on. Are you guys finally going to admit on the show that men are just not sexy naked? I mean, you look at a woman's body, and she has actually design on her. It's like God was like, I'm going to paint you beautifully. And then he just said, fuck it with us. I mean, we're straight as arrows.
Have you seen Chris Evans?
I was gonna say, have you seen like Chris Pratt, Ryan Gosling, Leonardo DiCaprio?
Okay,
Like,
I'm behind
so here's the thing:
her on all these
you don't
picks.
have curves, you don't have
That's what I'm saying, the
titties,
curves
you
are
don't
nice.
have a vagina, but we see it on ourselves every single motherfucking day.
Yeah,
Like,
how the hell do
yes,
you get
we
it
like
done?
it. Of course, we like it. We like our nice curves, but it's quite attractive to see a man naked.
Really? Because I
It
mean,
is.
regardless
It's
of the
not
muscles.
like this snake that's like coming after us with like one eye, like I'm gonna get you. Like, you know, it's not like that. You know, it's like bring it.
And
you know,
honestly,
I mean,
I wish I could see everybody naked. Like, I think it should just be a rule where, let me see it.
You don't. You do not want to see this. This is not a good thing.
Try is like, don't play. Let's just get down to brass tacks.
Take it off.
That's why I asked Gina the other night, why do we always have sex with your eyes closed? I'm curious.
Oh, that's
No.
sad.
Right?
No, buddy?
She closes her eyes.
Oh yeah, I was like, honey, why's your eyes always closed? She goes, shh, 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 shh. Shut up, Chris. Shut up, Chris. I was like, who's Chris?
Yeah.
Chris Pratt. I'm sorry,
Yes.
Ryan Gosling.
Oh my
sorry,
god.
sorry.
Especially in Jurassic World.
Aaron.
Can you imagine just
Aaron.
those like fucking pillars like just mounting you like,
pillars.
you know?
Oh,
Goodness.
I would take that.
So, honey,
Looks like you're gonna get
Elise,
something.
my wonderful wife, what is your first experience with porn?
I don't know if I don't think I've ever really seen porn. Like, I always define, so like in church they say like, it's all porn. Like, if you see, you know, Titanic, it's porn because they're doing like it's implied. So like,
You're porn. I'm porn. The little girl on the fourth pew is porn.
no. So I think when I saw Titanic, I was like, I just saw somebody having sex. You know, like even though you didn't see penetration and all that kind of good stuff, like I don't know really what my first like.
When did you see
experience was.
penetration?
When you lost your virginity? Is
Yeah,
that the
probably
first
when I
time
lost
you
my
saw-
virginity. I knew it had to happen, but I've never seen like the dick go into the vagina like on film.
Until it was
I don't
on
know.
you, and you're like, "Wow, look at there!
Well, that's not what I thought it was going to be.
There it is in. Wow."
I mean, it's always been described like, okay, so before I lost my virginity, I had friends who had lost their virginity. So I always had asked them like, what's it like? You know, so like I kind of knew going in what it was going to be like. And so, I mean, you know, that was the first time I had seen penetration was, yes, when I lost my virginity.
Was
But anyway.
everybody's first time stereotypically terrible? Like,
No.
I had fun.
you had fun. Okay, fine. Of course you. I had a great time too, but it doesn't mean. I mean, like, was it just wow? What the fuck was I doing back then?
I'm going to be legit honest with you. So, like, I'm not like a Mac Daddy super pimp player. I've only had sex with 2 women, but like, I've never felt like I had bad sex.
I
Okay.
don't feel like the sex was bad, but I guess I wish I would not have done it with that person. Like the person themselves. Like I look back and I'm like, I really wish that wouldn't have been that person would not have been my first because he just was a bad, very, very bad person.
Really? See,
Yeah.
I never hated the girl I was with.
I mean, I
Well,
hate him
it's
now
different
just
for us.
because like. I don't know.
No, I mean, I mean,
Well, right. I mean, it was different for because like the first time you had sex, were you like in a relationship with this person? I was
Yeah.
in a relationship.
no,
with
yeah,
this
yeah. Her name was Amanda. We were both 16 years old, and we were dating. For that time, it felt like 20 years, but in reality, it was probably 3 months.
person.
You know what I mean? At
Yeah.
that age.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, we decided we wanted to have sex. And the reason why I just asked if you were bad at it or not was just because I'm not gonna agree with Ryan. It's not that I think I was bad. It's just you do get that uncomfortability factor come over you. You know what I mean? Because you're excited. You've seen so much porn from a guy's point of view. You know, you're ready to go. You're ready to be like those guys in the videos, and then you realize it's not like that. And then you're like, she's actually naked. Oh my God, this is actually happening. Am I actually gonna do this? You know, like you got like this scary of, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, and then you do it, and you're so excited, and you're like, wow, I could have done that a lot better.
Yeah, I'd say. I mean, on my part, it was just the longevity. Like, I blew a load in Shariah within like the first 10 seconds.
There you go. That's the way
And
it
I was
should
just
be.
like, oh, okay, well, that's
Shria's
good.
like, you're not done, right? You need a 2-minute break, and then we're gonna go back at it.
I mean, with my first time, it was with my boyfriend. We dated for like a month. I know it's not a very long time, but It's not something that I wanted to do. He didn't force it on me or anything like that. It was just more convincing than what I really wanted to do. And my first time was actually very uncomfortable. It hurts. I bled a lot. It wasn't the best. But after that, it started getting better, and I started enjoying it a little bit more. Yeah.
Yeah, the first time, well, Brandon, I mean, he knows what he's doing. I've heard stories.
Do I?
Shariah calls me. She won't believe what your brother did last night. I'm like, that's my brother.
Well, your size helps, so.
Oh.
Ooh, you hear that, listeners? He's taken. He's a married man.
Yes, I saw kill men. That's not true.
I think my first.
I'll share two things. My first porn was a magazine at a car dealership.
Yep, the way it should be.
My mom, she went to go pay the monthly bill to her car, and I went to go use the bathroom. And out of curiosity, because when I sit on the toilet, my mind wanders for some reason, so I'm always fidgeting with stuff. So as I'm taking a poop, I'm opening up the cabinets underneath the sink, and I see a magazine. Don't remember the title. Don't remember the subscription. But it was risque. Like you could see everything.
Nice, the way it should be.
You looked inside of her and you were like, oh, okay, that's the inside of the human body. That's just how much it was spread open.
Yeah.
Oh
So I folded it, stuck it in between the belts of my pants.
Yeah.
And I put a shirt over it,
Yeah.
but it's a thick magazine, so I had to walk almost like a plank. And I sat down in the car, and as I sat down, I heard crinkling. And I just like gripped the seats, and I was thinking, Mom's gonna be like, what was that? But she didn't, and I rode home. It was an hour and a half drive home. Me sitting in the passenger seat with the magazine digging into my gut. But it was all for the glory, because it was my first magazine that I lifted and I stashed in my room.
Nice.
Oh my god.
It sucks that you don't have that anymore, of course.
No. And then the first actual orgasm with a girl, I won't say her name, but I will say it was an experience that kind of like blew me away.
Nice.
Because she blew me. But she was a swallower.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah?
Mm-mm.
No? Okay.
And she didn't give me any warning. She didn't, typically it's like, here, let me know when you're getting close. She didn't say that. She just went to town, and I felt the feeling coming. And I was just like, should I tell her? Should I let her know?
Yeah.
I don't want to be that weird kid who just like taps her head.
Yeah.
So I just let it go, and it went through the process. And then she was like, are you satisfied? And I was like, yeah.
Can I have a cigarette and a beer?
And that was it. And that was the first blowy.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I know, right? Men are so different. Now, is it true that you ladies need to be romanced? Or is it sometimes you just want to, you know what? I just want some dick tonight. What is it?
I think it just depends, you know? Depends on the mood. Like, we just got done watching like this really rough and tough kind of like a love movie. I don't know what it is about movies with me. Like, if I watch a certain movie, I'm just like, let's go, you know? But then other times I'm like, rub my back, or, I don't know, kiss my neck, or it needs to be romanced a little bit.
How do you think guys operate? Do we need to be romanced, or are we on the job 24 hours a day?
Oh, I'm up and ready.
I know he's
fucking ready when it's time to go.
Yeah.
So, do you want to do it? Yeah, like pants are already down.
Is this happening?
This is
Yeah.
It's no problem for me. The moment I have any clue or hint that sex might happen, I'm fully torqued.
Yeah, right. I mean, Gina just goes, "Hey, yep, yeah, ready to go." My last question for everybody, so the show doesn't go on any farther. You guys don't have to answer this if you don't want, but I thought it'd be kind of fun to share. Our weird place ever so far in our lives, being married to the couple that we're with. Where's the weirdest place you have done it so far together?
I would say for me and Shariah, the weirdest place would be when we were staying at a friend's house in Gainesville, and we just needed to do it quick, so I sat down on the toilet. The seat down. I wasn't taking a shit or anything.
You should have. Great. Borderline Blumpkin right there.
But I sat down on the toilet, and Shariah straddled me.
Nice.
And we got it done right there in the bathroom on the toilet seat.
Nice.
I know it's not as weird. I know we haven't really explored like different places yet.
You haven't yet.
I want to do it in oak openings before we leave.
I know.
You watch out, you get a poison oak on your balls. That'll be terrible. At least you know what a blumpkin is?
I do.
Okay, good. I don't know if you knew.
You blow them while they're taking a shit.
Yep, diarrhea too.
Ah,
So you get the splashes.
Ew.
You get the splashes on your chin.
that's disgusting.
Ryan, Elise,
All right,
where's the worst
Elise,
place?
where's the strangest place that you
She's
and your
biting
husband
her
have
bottom
ever
lip, Gina.
made whoopee?
She's biting her bottom lip.
Were you gonna say this?
I want you to tell the story.
Elise, where's the weirdest place you guys
Because
have had
it's
sex?
gonna be super uncomfortable for you. It's gonna be wonderful.
The J.C. Penney dressing room.
Whoa!
That's so awesome.
It was awesome. It
I
was so
thought-
unpredictable. But like, okay, so
I thought you were gonna say mine and Gina's house for a second.
no,
I was getting
it
nervous.
was the J.C. Penney
Well, go
dressing
ahead.
room. So we were in a J.C. Penney dressing room. I guess I shouldn't say where. And
It was in Lima, Ohio,
It was
at the
not.
Simon Mall.
It was not. So we were in the dressing room, and I think I was trying on a dress for a wedding or something like that. I was trying to look for like this really cute dress, and like Ryan's in the dressing room, so I was like, I want
Wait,
to.
Ryan,
I'm telling you,
they
do it. I'm telling you.
they
So,
allowed
this
him
was
in the
sweet.
dressing room?
Well, no. Listen. So we were in the dressing room, and I was trying on dresses, and Ryan was in there with me because I wanted his advice and stuff. So he's like watching me dress and undress, and there was magically there was nobody in that dressing room, and there was like nobody near the dressing room, and Ryan started talking about it, or whatever, like started kissing my neck, and I was like, like, do you want to? And he's like, I mean, like, we can. And so like we did. It didn't last long, but like we did, and
It didn't
was
last
just
long
like
because you guys couldn't finish. You guys just did it just to say
we
did it.
didn't finish. Like we just did it for a second, and then like we didn't finish because we didn't want to get like loud and then somebody walk in and then like hear us, and
Yeah.
you know what
Well,
I
it
mean.
was-
Like that was already.
It was probably, I don't know, like 2 minutes. And,
Yeah,
but,
it wasn't
and then,
very
like,
long.
she
It
like
was
moaned
great,
too
but-
loud for my comfortability level.
I did not.
You would-
I did not moan.
Are we gonna share the
I
position?
so did not moan. Oh, I straddled him.
Yeah, she's trying.
Should
Okay,
I-
so this dressing room was like the biggest dressing room I've ever seen at a chain store.
Like a handicap dressing room in a way?
Yeah, it was
Something like
massive.
that.
It had like 3 mirrors, and it had like that circular seat that had like the back to it and stuff. You
Yeah.
see in the fancy places.
Yeah.
And that's what we sat on.
That's
But-
Nice.
That's,
I'm
Yeah.
proud of you guys.
That's what we did.
that's
You
so weird. Right
crowd.
before their wedding, we were at a JCPenney's looking for me a dress. Why didn't we do that?
Oh,
Oh man, I'm telling you, I don't know if it's just like the thrill of it, but it like even though we didn't like,
I thought you were gonna say.
Finished.
I
It
thought
was-
you were gonna
it
say
was
the Old
awesome.
Navy changing room.
huh?
I thought you were gonna say the Old Navy changing
guys
room.
did it?
No, we got close, but
You
we were
guys
like,
do
"Ugh."
sex in the changing rooms. It's ridiculous.
Well,
It's
see,
amazing.
The Old Navy is super close to because like people are walking beside you and stuff.
Yeah, the Old Navy was more risky.
We
'cause there
almost
were
knocked
more
over my
people
bucket of
around.
of
Yeah,
pretzel
we-
nuggets.
it wasn't.
The pretzel nugs. I like
Yeah,
the
we-
ands. You get like $20. You get like 100 pretzel nuggets. So I was like, I really want to go and get that because that's gonna be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And then we were at the Old Navy. She was looking for some clothes for her nephew or something. And
Yeah.
then, yeah. The mood
It
just
did
struck.
not happen. It did. It was just awesome. Like I don't know.
Gene and I have two. One was a weird place, but the other one was getting caught. So these are very quick. The first one was we were just started dating, and it was St. Patrick's Day, and that's when I was in sales. And we were at this bar called Frogtown Johnny's on Central Avenue, and they were serving green Bud Light beer, you know. And then my office was right down the street from the bar.
What?
And then Gina,
Did you guys have office sex?
no, we didn't have office sex.
Oh.
Gina had her PT Cruiser at the time,
Uh-huh.
and then she was like, I really want to do this right now. And I'm like, not in Frogtown's parking lot. Everybody's here. Not in the bathroom. She goes, no. Let's go down to your old office where you work. And I was like, okay, I know there's no security cameras in the back of the parking lot. So we went behind the building in her PT Cruiser, behind the place where I worked. And I worked there for 2 years later.
Went to
So
town.
went to town.
Wow.
the second
Nice.
thing was we got caught in our own apartment. It was the apartment we lived in Toledo, Ryan, for the longest time. And we watched the movie that gets us hot all the time. It's and I don't know why, but it's In Time with Justin Timberlake.
Oh, okay.
It's I don't know why, but the movie just gets us hot and bothered. And so we decided to do different rooms in the apartment. And there was this one room, if you can imagine like your balcony here, right? But on the second floor, and you can like see inside the person's apartment if you're walking by it from the ground, you know, a little bit, because it's not that high up. So we're in the kitchen. We're in the dining room area floor, going to town, doggy style.
Ooh.
And then all of a sudden, I'm looking at my job, and I look up, and there's 2 black guys giving me the thumbs up outside.
Good grief.
And I didn't tell Gina until afterwards. I was like, do I say something or just keep on going?
No, you said let's move inside.
I was like, let's move over here.
Gina's like, what a pussy.
So that was ours. But we wanted to say to everybody who's listening to this episode, thank you so much for actually tuning into this. But this was a fun time. We've for Brother Brandon, best friend Ryan, and I, we never have our wives on the shows here, and it was really fun to have them here. Riley, of course, is here. Inappropriate episode. Next
She
time,
enjoyed the conversation.
next episode when we all together, we got to talk about Christmas toys, and she'll have a lot to say then, right?
Ooh, there you go.
Santa? No?
Hopefully.
No Santa. So anyway, so you can find this episode at movieguyspodcast.com. You can find us at Twitter at movieguyspod. You can also find us on Facebook, Movie Guys Podcast, and also movieguyspodcast.podbean.com. And all you have to do is to find the show. Once under that stuff, you just look for PodPast Presents, and there's all our episodes. And then also on iTunes too, you can listen to this episode as well. Brother, best friend Brandon, do you have any best friend? Brother Brandon, you have anything you wanted to plug real quick before we end up the show?
Sure. I've got 2 shows going on. One is with me and Shariah. We do late night rentals, and we review movies together. Movies that don't get a lot of attention typically. Like this week we did Hello Mary Lou Prom Night 2.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
Yeah. Next week will be Maximum Overdrive.
Yeah, I can't wait for that one either.
The one I do solo is called Don't Bend the Page. It's where I talk about paperback books from the 80s, 90s, a little bit from the 2000s, books that pretty much got swept under the rug. I uncover them, read them, and talk about just how shitty they are. But they can be both be found on Podbean as well. And then I have a Patreon account. If you're just for $3 to $5, you can join my Patreon account, and you can get special bonus material, which I've already got up. And both shows are always free. However, that Patreon money only goes to in case the recorder breaks, if I need to replace the hard drive on the computer. Every little bit helps. So if you like what you hear, please consider supporting the Patreon account. Other than that, yeah, I'm good.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you, best friend Elise.
Sure.
And sister Shariah.
Yeah.
And of course, my beautiful wife Gina. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll be back next week for another awesome PodPast episode. Everybody, have a good night.
See ya.
Woo!
Bye.
Touch it.